To render contemporary social professional archetypes through a zoological lens is to engage in a kind of behavioral ethology. We observe the flesh, not the flesh and fur, but ritual rhythm, and we're all chained to the rhythm and the ecological adaptation within the modern urban biome. Each specimen has evolved specialized phenotypes to thrive in distinct niches of Wonderland, and their habits mirroring the instinctual. Archetypes and niches, the habits mirroring the instinctual architecture of the animal kingdom, the mineral kingdom, and the fungi kingdom. The domain of what follows is a taxonomic allegory or taxonomic, whichever way you wish, and rendered in the language of the comparative morphology of Vitura beasts and exar prose and behavioral ecologies of the bund and the bunch. The ceremonial stag sparks a debate, and the sports washing machine here because it's the laundromat, and the sports watching bro. He's watching basketball and the seasonal arena territory marked not by the scents and the scent glands, but mounted by jerseys and guys in jerseys mounting a sacred mountain, a mound, and faded ticket stubs and the perpetual low hum of pre-game podcasts. He is in essence a stag of the digital analog echo tone, governed by circannual rhythms and circadian rhythms. Rhythm, and herd synchrony, of course, because he's a part of the herd. His calendar is liturgical. Training camps, trade deadlines, playoffs, and drafts dictate his migration. During the rut of the Chun and the championship contention, because I'm in China, and his physiology shifts. Pupils dilate at highlight reels. Vocalizations escalate from conversational and timbres, resonant as such. And for conversational timbre resonant, chest resonant roars are very postural in display and becoming rigidly territorial. The stag does not merely observe competition, he metabolizes it. His empathy is kinetic, his nervous system entrained to the cadence of whistles, buzzer beaters, and referee controversies. He adorns himself in altered pageantry, branded headwear, vintage caps, and their carefully curated patina, a fandom that signals tribal allegiance. His social structure operates on meritocratic ritual, knowledge of historical statistics, predictive bravado, and unwavering loyalty to the franchise function. As dominance displays like a gorilla, when his herd congregates, whether in a dimly lit sports bar or a basement of such, synchronization takes over. The chants become choral and chloral and chlorine, like the swimming pools, and debates become ritualized, sparing and collective catharsis follows. Each decisive plan and this is decisive play. He is not analytical in the mercantile sense, he is devotional. His value system is not built on continuity, narrative, and the sacred geometry of his brain. The stag like behavior we witness the ancient human impulse to ritualize competition, to anchor identity in girlies, and cyclical triumph and and to find belonging in the synchronized pulse of the herd. The peregrine, capitalist, the finance bro. Where the stag orbits ritual, the finance bro orbits velocity and the app predicting the rise and fall. He is the peregrine falcon of the corporate strata. A very, very acute nose for smells and aerodynamically austere, relentless, and forward leaning. Calibrated for a stoop height, and his habitat is a high altitude. Thermal market cycles where he reads barometric shifts in yield curves, liquidity injections, and macroeconomic and ikikiki indicates with unblinking ocular fixation. He does not wander. He launches. His movements are parabolic, optimized for minimal drag and maximal arbitrage. He thrives on kinetic accumulation, threatening time no treating, not as a river, but as a commodity to be leveraged, compounded and deployed. The plumage of uniform is its it, and in its precision, its tailored wool, polished leather, and subtle armor of status signifiers that communicate readiness for ascent, of course. Beautiful. He operates in competitive flocks, but hunts solitary. Networking is not socialization, it is an airspace of management, and conversations are triangulated for alpha, for the edge, for the next vector of capital deployment. His vocalizations are clipped, jargon dense, and stripped of ornament, EBITDA, and carry basis points. Risks are not feared, they're modeled. Losses are hedged and treated with inefficiency. His circadian rhythm is decoupled from solar time to the time being earnings calls and the nocturnal pulse of Asian trading sessions. He is apex not only by brute force but by precision calculus. That kind of precision calculus, it's by ability to render the turbulence before it forms. So when diving deeper into the finance bro, we dive into vocality and volatility and the modern distillation of mercantile Darwinism. Its spread, focus, and the relentless pursuit yeah, exactly. The strategic corvid in finances, she shares the same atmospheric layer as the peregrine, but, her morphology is entirely different. Where he dives, she waves and weaves, and she is the corvid of deal floor. Cognitively superior, sophisticated, socially omnivorous, and masterfully like Thai and vernacular and a regulatory nuance and a client-facing diplomacy. Yeah, she features a resemblance to faces, flavors, fractures, and mnemic precision. Her habitat is the ecosystem of social capital. She is a hoarder and hoards optionally. Her movements are deliberate, and her adjustments to the emotional temperature of the room are when she deals with fracture, she does not panic, she recalibrates and reroutes the capital, soothing egos, and constructs contingency on the introductions, with Asian markets soaring and debating whether Shanghai is really number one in China. Where he provides kinetic force, she provides structural intelligence. Like a brother and sister, they're a team, relational in their calculus, and quietly masterful in human dynamics. The architectural beaver and programmer sis, her biome is subterranean and luminous. Where others consume systems, she engineers them. Her work is characterized by architectural precision, terratum and dirty gnawing, and quiet aggression, and functionality and everything. The circadian rhythm of hers is crepuscular. In the nocturnal, synchronized weeping willow state where abstraction crystallizes into syntax. She reads data streams like hydrological patterns and identifies bottlenecks pat. Oh, she pats herself on the back all the time with currents of recursive logic. Her hands are not merely typing, they are masonry. They are on debug sessions, treating errors not as failures, but as friction that's waiting for alignment. For her social ecology is introverted and deep networking. She collaborates through LinkedIn, through reliability access points, through cards and metrics unknown to regular human. She is just isolated in tracing and reconstructing beavering ethos of quiet sovereignty over complexity of tuning chaotic input into predictable output. In her, we witness the modern alchemy of logic, patience, precision, and the profound satisfaction of making the invisible work. So, the modern ethology in these four archetypes are not caricatures, they're adaptive phenotypes, each honored by selective pressures of the contemporary life.